Hope that you are having a wonderful day. Today I'm going to talk about 10 advantages of a cruise over a road trip. If you watched my video that I have posted about um, uh, dreams that I have, 7 dreams that I have, you know that one of the dreams that I have is to travel. And so I booked a cruise, and I'm going to talk today about why a cruise has advantages over a road trip. Now, first of all, I want to say that I do plan some road trips in the future. So I'm not saying that you should always book a cruise if you're going on a road trip, because I think they both have their pros and cons. But today I'm going to talk about the advantages that a cruise has over a road trip. So the first one is that everything is available in one place. So on a cruise ship, obviously you're confined to that ship. So you have everything all in one place. The cruise lines, I think, do a very good job of giving you everything that you need in that one setting. So you have restaurants, you have entertainment, you have a pool, you have hot tubs, of course you have your room to stay in. So you have everything in this one confined area. So that's the number one advantage, is that everything is available in one place. The second one is that there is no planning where to stay. So, unlike with a road trip where you have to figure out how long you're going to drive each day and where you're going to stop and where you're going to stay, you don't have to do that with a cruise. You book your cabin, and that's where you stay during the duration of the cruise. So you don't have to worry about that. You just make that one decision and you're set. Then number three is no planning where to eat. So um, cruise ships have different dining options, but again, they're all in that confined area of the ship. So normally there is a main dining room, and then there is a buffet, and then there's other dining options. Some of them come along or are included with your fare. And then some of them are what are called specialty restaurants, where you have to pay to eat there. But still, you have a fairly limited range of options. So the idea or the decision of where to eat is much less complicated. You know, if you're one of those couples where one of you says, "Well, where do you want to eat?" The other one says, "I don't know, where do you want to eat?" You don't have to do that as much because there are fewer options. So, and I think that's a good thing, at least in our case it is, because we don't play that "well, where do you want to eat" game. Then number four is no wearing yourself out driving for hours. So the road trip that we were thinking about going on, instead of booking the cruise, is about a 15-hour drive for us. And so, as I said in my other videos, I'm 63 years old. And so I'm not the young, limber, full of energy person that I was back in my 20s or 30s. So, sitting in the car for that many hours or driving for that many hours is more difficult. My knees start aching, my back starts aching. I just get tired more easily. So at least there's no driving for 15 hours. You get on the ship and then the captain does the driving for you. Then number five, you can go to countries that you can't drive to. So, for example, the cruise that we have booked is going to the Bahamas. So, obviously, we can't drive to the Bahamas. So, that's another advantage, is that you can go to countries where that you can't drive to. The next one, number six, you don't have to pack and unpack multiple times. So again, if you're on a road trip, you usually go drive a certain distance each day, and then you stop and you stay at a hotel or wherever. And so you have to get your bags out of the car and you have to get your stuff that you need out, and then you have to pack it all back up the next morning. And so on the cruise on the ship, just unpack once and you're unpacked until it's time to leave. Then the next one is that a cruise actually can be less expensive than a road trip. It really depends on what ship where you're going, how long the cruise is, what room you choose. So there are different factors that affect the price of a cruise. But depending on what choices you make for your cruise, it actually can be less expensive than a road trip. So that's something else to keep in mind, depending on what your choices are, that it can be less expensive. The next reason or next advantage that a cruise has over a road trip is that the events are planned for you. So instead of having to plan events along the way or places to stop and do sightseeing along the way, the events on the ship are planned for you. So, there are shows that entertainment that would be planned for you. So maybe there's a Broadway type show where there's a comedian or a musical or some other type of show for you. Many of the new bigger ships also have things like roller coasters and zip lines, activities like that that you can do on board. So again, there's things that are planned for you. So you don't have that worry of trying to figure out what you're going to do. Then the next one, number 9, is a chance to meet new people. And that's one of the reasons that I want to travel, is because I want to have the opportunity to meet new people. And I know that on a road trip you can meet new people also, but it's uh, less people that you encounter. For if you're on a cruise ship, you're going to be on that ship with maybe 5,000 other people. So there's a lot more people in that one space that you can potentially meet and talk with and learn about their life and possibly even become lifelong friends. And then the last one, number 10, I don't have small children, but for people who have small children, there are some options for things for children to do. Many of the cruise lines have um, like camp type activities or even daycare or babysitting services available for children so that the parents can have a little bit of time to themselves. So that is an option and would be a really great advantage for people who do have children. So these are the reasons that we decided to go ahead and book the cruise. Although there are advantages that a road trip has too, and I'll do another video talking about the pros and cons of a road trip. But we have our cruise booked, and we are so thrilled about that. We're really looking forward to it, and you'll be hearing more about that in future videos.